Aloha mai kākou, once again, tutumen kawai kapu o Kalani Hewitt. This time, me ka mo'o o lelo, the story o ke ia aina o KEKELE. Nui no, ma ke ia ahupua o kane ohe, na aina na niloa. Ho o maka no me KEKELE, malalo iho o ka pali o Nu'uanu. Ma ke la au au, ma ke ia au au, o hi'ilani vai, o ka mo'oali'i, me ho'oleina iwa. A, o lani huli a kau keha I ka luna. These are the many beautiful lands of this ahupua'a. The ahupua'a is Kane'ohe. We're in the district of KEKELE, then the district of Lanihuli, then Hi'ilanivai, ka mo'oali'i me ho'oleina iwa. I would like to share with you the mo'o o lelo because no ka waho no o nā kūpuna ke ia mo'o o lelo I pili ana no ke ia aina. No nā kūpuna o he e ia, no ka mea ho'omaka no ke ia mo'o o lelo I loko o ka ahupua o he e ia, a pili he e ia me Kane'ohe. A pili ke ia mau ahupua me ke akua kane, a ke e kupuna kā hiko o ka wā māmua. So, the story comes from our kupuna from He'eia. That is because this story begins at He'eia. He mo'o o lelo ke ia ku paianaha nā ni no I ka ho'olohe. You're going to enjoy this mo'o o lelo and how all these places connect. But again, it begins in He'eia. So as this mo'o o lelo goes, in ancient time long ago, the akua ka po'o kapu huna I ke au uli, kane ka po'o huna kapu I ke au uli, commanded all of the kini akua and the kini e'epa to depart from the homeland that was the hidden island called Kane Hunamoku. So he gathered all the kini akua, the kini e'epa, and he boarded them on these shell canoes. And then they all set sail over the kai ulu akea until they landed on the island of Oahu. And on the island of Oahu, they landed at a very particular place in He'eia that is known as Kealohi, Kealohi Lani. This is very important in the story because on the mythical island of Kane Hunamoku, there was the goddess Ke'au Melemele. Ke'au Melemele lived at Kealohi Lani at Kane Hunamoku. So when they landed here on the island of Oahu, in the ahupua of He'eia, they named that place Kealohi Lani, the brightness, the brilliance, to match the home of Ke'au Melemele at Kane Hunamoku, where the god Kane, ka po'o kapuhuna I Ke'au uli, was the akua. But he gave them a specific mission that they were to travel up Nu'uanu and they were going to make their home in Vaulani. Well, as they began to travel, they came through this aina, this beautiful aina. They were making their way up to Nu'uanu. And at each of these places, the goddess Ke'au Melemele, when ho'onoho kupua, she would establish some of the members of the party as kupua, kia'i, no ke ia mau aina. And this is a special story because they remain here until this day. So start with Ho'oleina Iwa, the first place that she went ho'onoho kupua, kupua kia'i no ke ia aina. Several akua stayed to be the guardians at the beginning where they first came as they journeyed up to Nu'uanu. Ho'oleina Iwa, ka ho'olei ana no o na iwa. And thus begins how all the kupua when lay this aina the iwa, the mystical beings that came with Ke'au Melemele from Kanehunamoku. Then from Ho'olei Iwa, they moved to Kamo'oali'i. Kamo'oali'i, the stream Kamo'oali'i and the Aina Kamo'oali'i was what connected this kupua to the ancient kupuna from Kanehunamoku, that was Mo'oinanea. Mo'oinanea a me kona ohana a ho'onoho ia kupua no ke ia aina by Ke'au Melemele. This Mo'oali'i is very, very, very strong, very, very, very powerful. The regal mo'o, the royal mo'o, the mo'o that connects this aina to Mo'oinanea, the akua nui of the mo'o. Then we travel this way and we get to Hi'ilanivai. Hi'ilanivai, this beautiful, beautiful kupua, this wahine. Kaulana no oia iki ia aina no kono nani. She's known in this place for all of her beauty. Kaulana no ke ia wahine no kono nani. She stands tall, beautiful, and elegant. That is Hi'ilanivai. Now this kupua had very special powers. Kupaya na hano kona mana no ka hana ho'ola. She could bless, she could heal, she could anoint. Hi'ilanivai, aia no o Hi'ilanivai a mauka no ka pali o Lanihuli. And there is Hi'ilanivai. So when it is raining, Hi'ilanivai is flowing. But when it's not raining, then Hi'ilanivai trickles down from the mountain, this waterfall. People would go there and give ho'okupu gifts to Hi'ilanivai because you cannot ho'okipa I kela aina iki ia mau aina without taking ho'okupu. You have to take an oli, you have to take a pule, you take a le, you take something special for the kupua of this aina. And that's how you have to go. And at the very bottom of this vailele, or Hi'ilanivai, there was an ahu of stones where the people would put vaihono in a ho'okupu no ki ia kupua o iho o Hi'ilanivai. Next we come to Lanihuli. And Lanihuli is a gathering of all these regal royal cliffs. Nā pali ki e kau keha no. And each one of the cliffs had a very special name. But the main cliff was Lanihuli. The rest of them combined together with Lanihuli. And their kuleana as kupua was to look down at the aina to make everything is maikai. So they were the guardians, Lanihuli and the other cliffs. Then we come to, of course, this area known as KEKELE. And KEKELE was famous for this beautiful woman, another kupua that we call KEKELE. And in legend, not only was she beautiful and statuesque, but KEKELE had a very special kupaya naha about her, and that is no matter where she went, she carried with her the sweet fragrance of maile and lauae and avapuhi and the pua o kahinano. This was the unique and special character of this kupua wahine that was KEKELE. So when I sing the song, I talk about all the places, how we come to KEKELE, how we moved to Lanihuli, how we continued to Hi'ilanivai, how we went to Kamo'oali'i and then to Ho'olei Na'iwa. But in reality, the story begins with Ho'olei Na'iwa as they travel up to the pali and over the pali, and then they made their home at a place known as Vaulani. So this is the mo'olelo of the mele I KEKELE I ku'ualoha. For KEKELE is my affection. Mahalo anui loa.